Hey guys, it's Rebecca. For those of you who don't know me, I am an extraterrestrial contactee, a galactic channeler, a psychic medium, and I work in the Akashic Records. And my job is to help you along your spiritual path. So we need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk about all of the questions, all of the comments regarding why we can't see the ships, why they're not in my town, why, is it only the United States? So we're going to talk about it again. So firstly, these craft are everywhere. They're in every single country on the planet. Just because you haven't had an experience, just because you haven't seen them, does not mean that they are not there. Secondly, the experiences that some of you guys are having, and I know that there are a lot of you out there who have had experiences. So many of you guys have messaged me, and it's beautiful. I love hearing these stories. I love seeing your photos. I love seeing your videos. And you can feel the energy with these craft, but we are not yet seeing them in full solidity. And this is because these are multidimensional beings, and they are not traveling here in solid form. They are phasing into our dimension. They are appearing, materializing in a sense. Really, literally, that's what's happening. When they travel, they are not traveling from, point A to point B, from Florida to British Columbia. That's not how it works. They are plugging into specific frequencies, setting the intention to travel there, and then they travel there. Or they materialize that latitude and longitude around them. They aren't actually going anywhere. That's not how reality works, because time and space is an illusion. So the reason that we are not seeing them in full solidity is because our vibration as a collective is still rising. It is rising faster and faster every day. There are things that I'm seeing in the readings that I'm doing with people. They're moving through healing through density at massively accelerated rates because the energetic environment is so much more supportive, because our vibration collectively is so much higher, because we have all awakened and are continuing to awaken. So I'm sorry if you feel bummed out around the fact that you can't see them the way that your little human brain tells you you have to see something in order for it to be real, in order for it to exist. It's a very limited perspective that we have, but suck it up and deal with it. Now, those of you who follow me, I'm not talking to you guys, because I know that you get this. I know that you understand that there is frequency and vibration at play when we are dealing with these multidimensional beings, the Galactic Federation and others. But this idea that something has to be clear and solid and, hard right in front of us, so obvious, or it's not real, you hold on to that as long as you need to hold on to that. That's fine. That's totally fine with me. But what if that's not really how reality works? That's how our reality works. But we are expanding our reality. We are transcending our reality right now. And things are not, and I repeat, things are not as they have seemed, as we have been made to believe, as we have been told. For those of you who are so married to the box that we have been put in, you are in for a rude awakening, because disclosure is coming. It's already here, and they are not leaving anytime soon. So buckle up. And for those of you who are skeptics, who are non-believers, who are making idiotic comments, we will be here for you when it is your time to awaken. My heart is open to all of you, even the darkest of you, my heart will always be open to you, because that's how the light works. The other thing I want to talk about is, oh my gosh, there's so many repetitive questions. And I can't assume that people know what I know or understand what I understand. So I'll have to, I've had to check myself in this area. So a lot of people are talking about, why don't we see them on the media? Again, we have been, like, this is laughable. We have been brainwashed to believe that the only truth, the only legitimate, truthful information is on mainstream media. And if we don't see it there, then it must be a conspiracy theory. It must be fake. It must be... Come on, guys. Think for yourselves for a moment. If the only legitimate source of information for you is mainstream media, you have a lot of work to do. And that is not a judgment. It is simply an observation. And it is a fact. So I would think about that. Why is that the place I absolutely must go? And if that's the place you absolutely must go, why aren't the aliens and all the conspiracy stuff being reported there? Maybe it's because they don't want it to be reported there. The powers that be. The Galactic Federation and others like them, other galactic collectives, know that that is not going to be their first point of contact to the collective. It's going to be more free-flowing information sources like TikTok. And it's going to be through people like myself. There are many of us. And we don't have an agenda other than getting the information out to the masses. We have to practice patience and discernment. I am just as excited. I am sitting in just as much anticipation as you guys are. But I am not letting it control me, because I know that everything comes in divine timing. And if our vibration isn't where it needs to be in order for us to feel and see and hear aliens as a collective, then it is not time, and there must be a reason for that, for all of us. So the message today is to practice patience, acceptance, and of course, discernment. Because for those of you who are like, why aren't we seeing this on the media? The media. You have to question, are these the good guys or not? Who's controlling the mainstream media? The last thing that I will say is I'll give you guys a very brief update on what the Galactic Federation has already relayed. There's so many messages. Go back and watch previous videos, guys. I love you, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I truly, truly love you. Now, for my followers, for those who are consistently here and watching, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. We've gone over this stuff, right? Time and time again. But the time frame remains the same with the Galactic Federation. They have said that they are continuously materializing. It's a process. Nothing has changed. The materialization has not stopped. The ships have not left. In fact, there are more and more sightings being reported. So for anyone saying it's not happening, that's not accurate. That's not true. They are here. We're just not seeing them on the big screen, right? In our living rooms, unless you're streaming TikTok or Instagram or something. By March is when I have said, they have said, and this was days ago, weeks ago, we will start to see reports trickling into mainstream media. And by June of this year, June of 2025, is when they have shown me. And remember, guys, time is fluid. It's all based on the current collective energy when we make these kinds of predictions, when they make these kinds of predictions, because these are not my predictions. These are their predictions for the timing. I'm just relaying the information. So by June, they have said that it will be pretty much undeniable to the collective at that point to deny the existence of extraterrestrials and their involvement with humanity. Now, the details around that and disclosure, that will start to come out, and that's a lot of what I'm going to be talking about throughout these next several months. What's going on globally, in the political climate, what's going on more locally. I'm in North America, so what's going on there? And how the disclosure discussion, the discourse, is going to be manipulated. And this is why we talk about discernment, and the Galactic Federation is consistently every single message saying they must use their discernment. They must use their discernment. They must use their discernment. So this is the disclosure year, guys. There's tons that has already happened. All the stuff around Stephen Greer. There's been interviews. There's been podcasts. Joe Rogan had an interview with a whistleblower very recently. Go check it out. Things are moving. We're just not seeing them being reported on mainstream media yet. But everything is still going according to plan. Everything. Ascension is an inevitability. The transition is an inevitability. And for those of you who are walking this path with me, shoulder to shoulder, I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being my brothers and sisters on this journey. I love each and every one of you so much more than you could possibly imagine. I mean, I truly feel each and every one of you and love you all so much. I'm grateful for you. I promise I will be back with more updates when they come through. I love you guys. Happy Ascension.